All right. Let's see if we can get this done. Welcome, anybody who's already in here. Nick, it's just above freezing in my bedroom. My heater appears to have died. That is quite a problem. If only you had a 12900K, then you'd be good. My room is water cooled. Impressive. Okay, so welcome. This is an impromptu stream. I don't know how long it's going to last. I don't know if this is even going to work. So I have this Tesla M40 that I got off eBay for like $170. And I tried cooling it. It's a passively cooled, not passively cooled card, but it's designed to go in a server, like a rack server, because there's no fans on it. The heat sink is not, or it's designed, it goes straight through, so it's designed to have like high static air pushed straight through it. And yeah, since there's no fan, you can't cool it. So I downloaded this 3D printed file. That's supposed to be a little shroud that goes on the back, and you attach a 40mm fan to it. And I was hoping that would at least work a little bit, even if I had to undervolt it or lower the power on it. I was hoping that would work. It kind of goes on like this, and it screws in the back, and the fan blows air through it. And yeah, that did not work. Under idle, it was fine, but running any games at all, it quickly shot up to 100 degrees and thermally throttled really bad. So this doesn't work. I don't know why it exists. The TDP, this was getting up to 180 watts. So this was, I mean, it's high, but compared to the 3000 series now, it's really not that much, but still too much for a little 40mm fan to handle. And I didn't really expect this to, I was expecting it to get up really high in temperature with this. I was just hoping, even if I undervolted it and, lowered the power limit, that it would be fine, but apparently it's not. So no dice there. So the idea now is to use this. So I got this off Amazon. I don't even know if it's going to work. If it does, cool. I have another purchase coming, another kind of third-party GPU cooler thing on the way. But this is what I'm going to try to use in the meantime. It is a ID cooling ICEFLOW 240 VGA. It says it's compatible with pretty much everything. RTX 2000 series, AMD Vega 5664, GTX 10 or 1000 series, 900 series, and so on and blah blah blah. But this card matches the 980 Ti, so I'm hoping that this works with it. If it doesn't, then I guess we wait for another solution. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and try it and see if this thing actually even fits on here, and if it does it cool it? So it's an AIO, 240mm AIO for a graphics card. The question is, does it fit? And we're gonna find out. Damn few of them in my room, and I'd be toasty. Yeah, and you'd have a nice. Well, I tried mining on this, and it sucked ass. So, I don't know if that's because it was throttling or what, but yeah. Let's open this up and see what we have here. It's a big old box. Oh, let's see. How do I even get in? Oh. Okay, let's go to the overhead cam. and see if, or see what we got here. Big old box. Here's our, so it doesn't even come with two fans. It's like this unibody style 240 millimeter type deal. So that's cool, I guess. Only one fan header. That makes it convenient. So there's that. Here is, oh, here's the rest of the dealio. Okay, it's all one piece. I guess these are mounting brackets and instructions. I'm definitely going to need those. That's for sure. Not English. So far, so good. Oh God. Well, let's see. So this is just the radiator. It's fine. Here is what's the plan for getting them cooled. So the idea is, if you're talking about the GPU, the idea is to use this. There's a block. This block supposedly fits on the card, and it's even got this little fan here, I guess, to cool the VRMs, which is a good thing. But I don't know if it's going to fit. That's the whole issue we are going to find out here. So we'll see. The first step is to take this default shroud off, because obviously this doesn't go on here. So that's step one. Let's put this aside for now and take this off. So I've never even attempted to take this off. I've done a little bit of research and I've seen what the PCB looks like, so I'm just going to start unscrewing things and see what happens. So that's a screw. That's tight, exciting. Yeah, it'll be pretty exciting if it actually works. I was excited when I was trying this thing out because it was kind of cool. It was like a couple bucks for the fan, and then the file for this shroud was free. But, you know, a 40 millimeter fan on the back of here doesn't do enough to cool it. But it was a good attempt, I guess. So now we've moved on to bigger and better things. I have seen different shrouds that use those big old, not big, but those high-powered Delta fans. But they're loud as shit, and I run a server. My server runs in kind of our loft room over there, so I don't really have the option of using like server grade fans that are loud as shit. So I assume I'm gonna have to undo a bunch more screws. That doesn't appear to do much. So let's start, I guess, taking off these top screws. Oh, that's not gonna fit. Okay. Man, hold on. Oh man, what are the odds that this works? I'm giving it like 20%, because this PCB is supposed to match the Titan X and the 980 Ti. Can't you swap certain server grade ones with Noctua ones? So yeah, you can, but the Noctua ones are designed for desktop grade hardware and, you know, specific heat sinks. They don't push enough air through this entire heat, what do I call it? This fin stack that's on here. It's designed for high static pressure movement of air, and I'm using a Noctua one because I mean, you can try to equip like 120 millimeter fans, but you'd have to have a really big shroud, or else air's just pushing against a wall and you're not really getting much airflow through. So they have those little like Delta fans and the ones that are, I can't describe them, but they're designed, they're like thin, but they sit like this rather than like that. And they push air directly through, but they're loud as shit. So it's not really an option. So this is the option we're going with. I have another third-party heatsink coming, but that's not supposed to be here for another month for some reason. And yeah, I don't even know if that one will fit either. So if either one of those fit, I don't know what I'm gonna do with this card, to be honest. There's not really much I can do with it. It can sit in my server and hang out, but that's about it. How much was the water cooling kit? It was $100. So all in all, if this works and I don't return it, then you're looking at about $270 for this and and the cooling kit. The thing about this is that if you notice, no video output at all. So if you think you're going to buy this to run as a normal graphics card, you're going to be out of luck. So no dice there. Send it to me. Yeah, I'll send it to you. I mean, you gotta send me money first. That's the trade offer. I send you graphics card, you send me money. But God, there's so many freaking screws in here, and this tiny little screwdriver sucks. I'm gonna have to hot swap over here. How often do you wax your? I don't wax it. I don't even like razor shave it. I just get like clippers and put them on the lowest setting with like no garden. So no waxing done here. Sorry to disappoint. I just need like a regular Phillips head. Here we go. This one good. Yeah, it looks like it's gonna work. Oh, I do not want to strip that. I got a True Fitty. Close. Close to that's the best offer I've gotten so far, so you're honestly in the lead. Oh my god, am I not gonna be able to get this out? This one is in there, man. I think we're good. I don't like the sound of that, but that was a tough one. I don't understand why they have to have so many freaking screws on this one. So I've done this before, not necessarily with this card, but to put on water blocks. I've taken shrouds off, and this one is freaking sucky. But we're getting there, we're getting there. The idea for this, so it doesn't need video outputs because it's going in my server and it's passed through to a VM, and it's essentially going to be used for, you know, it could be used for Plex, transcoding, it can be used for other types of transcoding. I'm gonna try to use it for gaming. I currently had it set up for gaming just to try it out, see what kind of results we could get. But obviously when the card throttles, it's not really gonna work very well at all. So now we're here trying to get this thing cool. Fingers crossed. Like I said, I'm giving it like a 20% chance of working. And that's being modest. All right, a couple more, a couple more. Are you going to do a VM for remote gaming? Yeah, that's what I have it set up for now. It was sitting in my server up until about an hour ago. So that's what we're going to, use it potentially as. We'll see. Maybe I'll try throwing it into a Plex VM and seeing how it handles transcoding. I assume pretty well. So this is the 12 gigabyte version. Okay, so there's that. This should be disconnected from the shroud now, so maybe I can. No, there's still something holding it down. I assume I gotta undo these screws right here too. So I guess let's do that now. That is a different screw size head thingy. Man, these are tiny little things. That's what she said. Let's see. Maybe this one? I think this works. So yeah, these are small ones. Small. I don't know. Okay, whatever. Let's start over here. It's weird. It's not really like held down right there, but they're the only other screws that I still see. So unless I'm a big dumb, then hopefully this will work. But it's entirely possible I'm a big dumb. But hey, there's no failures, only opportunities to learn, right? All right. Two more, and then potentially we are in. Let's go back to here. It's not as exciting. All right, last one. Here we go. I'm hoping. Oh, there goes that. Oh, there we go. Okay, we're in. God, I hope this works. That's just a beefy piece of metal. So you can see there's no, I don't really know if you can see, there's no heat pipes. It's just a solid chunk of metal connected to some fins. So it's not like a traditional graphics card where you have actual heat pipes to do traditional style cooling. So we're going to put this, whatever, over here somewhere. And I guess this one comes off too, I hope. Oh God, I don't like the sound of that. I don't think I'm missing any screws. Does this just not come off? Are we in trouble? No, it has to. Because this whole thing... This whole plastic shroud should come off somehow. Oh, there we go. Okay, this just pops off. All right. So there is our card in all its glory. Looks like a card. So I guess first step is I'm going to wipe this off, clean it. Let me grab, I don't have any, do I have any paper towels in here? No, let me grab paper towels really quick. Move. Okay, let's get this stuff off. Got some Everclear here. That is on there. Yeah. I'm not getting the stuff that's around it, but got that part cleaned off. That'll do. That'll do. All right, so the question now, does this, let's clean up a bit over here. The question now is, will this even fit on here? So I assume it goes something like this. That's, oh, wait. First indications are not promising. That would have, yeah, this isn't going to fit. Shit. I think this is going to be a quick stream. Shit, man. So these 4 holes, or I guess however many holes around the chip, straight up don't line up with the 4 holes around here. Unless I'm just doing something wrong. This doesn't appear like it's going to fit at all. Unless there's like brackets or something that I'm missing, but we'll see. Here's one box. This is just fan stuff. I guess this is brackets. Oh, okay, here we go. So, oh my goodness. There's a lot going on here. So we have mounting holes for GTX, so this might be what we need. This is for AMD, RTX 2000 series, GTX 16 series, and AMD. So maybe this will line it up, make it line up. Let's find out. It's not designed for Maxwell 2. I don't know. I don't know if the brackets around the chip are the same or not. So it looks like so these line up, which is a good sign, I guess. Yeah, these line up, so that's good. How do I even get this to work though? So consult the instructions, perhaps. I feel like if it works for a 900 card, it should work for this card. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So we're gonna find out though. All right, these instructions are not in English, but there's pictures. Oh, English is on the back maybe? There we go. Okay, so arrow towards the copper plate. Oh, so you mount. Oh, okay. So you mount these to here first. So let's do that. And we use screw number, doesn't say, does it? It does not. Bracket screw is F. Bracket screw F. Nothing is labeled. So I mean, to be fair, there's not really many instructions that you have to follow. You put the brackets on and then you freaking put it on, and that's kind of it. There's not much to it. All right. I guess we're going for it. Oh wait, here. What are these? This is freaking annoying. They don't label anything. So we're gonna see. Okay, let's actually, okay, please measure mount holes, did that. Mount the brackets, and then put the heat sinks on. All right, whatever. These look like they should be the screws, so we're gonna try them. If they're not, we'll try different ones. But nothing's labeled, so I don't really know what to do there. Okay. These mount to here through this guy with arrows pointing towards the chip, which doesn't seem correct to me, but it's arrows pointing towards copper plate. It's literally backwards. Oh, never mind. Okay. So I guess okay, whatever. I will do as it says. The pictures don't match up. Sweet, thinking about buying this right now. Don't buy it yet. Could you turn up your mic audio? I've got my speakers cranked and you're just barely on. Okay. Test. How's that? How goes it, sir? War Totems, what up? Welcome. It's going okay so far. I haven't failed yet, so not too bad. Are the part labels on the back of the instructions? Well, the part labels are, but they don't label any of the actual screws that come with it, so it's hard to distinguish between each of them, but I'll figure it out. It can't be too bad. So let's go ahead and screw these on. Assuming I have the right screws, which it looks like I do. Much better, okay. Let's see. All right. I think this is backwards because it doesn't match the picture, but I'm going by what the instructions say, not what the picture shows. We'll see which one is actually correct. But yeah, War Totems, welcome. I don't know if you're familiar with these Tesla cards. They're not designed to go in regular old desktop PCs. They have no fans and no heat pipes or anything. They're designed to have really high static pressure flow through them. And you don't get that with the desktop PC, which is what I'm using it in. So yeah, it was thermal throttling pretty bad with this makeshift little cooling solution that I've already tried. So now we're here. Can I cram this into my 2010 Mac Pro? You can try. So let's see. Does this line up now? I think it does. This may actually work. Huh. I will be surprised if it does. That is for damn sure. But okay, so the next step is to put the little heat sinks onto the VRMs. So they just give you a shit ton of them to just throw on there, I guess. So I guess that's what we'll do here. This off. I don't want to lose this. Exactly sure where that one went. It's running Monterey. So Apple's really weird about what GPUs they support. Monterey was the last one that supported NVIDIA, right? If I remember correctly. I've seen 3D printed shrouds that seem to get the airflow. Yeah, so I have this. I tried this. It's a shroud. It fit right on the back and it used a little 40 millimeter. But this fan is just not enough static pressure at all to cool it. And I don't know why people even suggest this. It doesn't work at all. It works under idle, but as soon as you start up a game or anything, it shoots up to 100 degrees and throttles. But I was saying before that they have the other shrouds where you can put a delta fan on to blow a lot of air through, but they're loud as shit, and this is running in kind of our living room, so that's not really an option. So that's why we're here. I've seen if I just had a weird system lockup, so I'm checking my event log on Windows or what? What is? Huh? What am I looking at here? Thermal adhesive tape and heat sinks. I'm kind of confused, but we'll see, I guess. Let's put this over here for now. Don't really need it this second. And figure out what the hell is going on with this. So we need these on here, but is this tape? So this goes on here, I guess. And then this doesn't seem like it's going to stay. Here, I'll show you. So we got these little stickers that are supposed to... Oh, okay. Yeah, this is going to be a pain in the ass. I guess one goes on here. And that goes on there. And okay. I guess we just do that a bunch of times. Yeah, Windows 10, my new 12600K system. Yeah, that's I know we've both had issues with our 12600K system, so that is unfortunate to hear. Come on. Whoever designed this part of this thing, I hope they step on a Lego. So this M40 will need a water cooler? No, so it's an AIO. All-in-one pump reservoir cooling block thing. God, this is going to be a pain in the ass. I'm doing all this and we haven't really confirmed officially yet that this is going to work. But my eyeball test shows that it should. So we'll see. I don't even have enough. I gotta use some of these. Oh, I do have another set. Okay, never mind. So yeah, this is gonna be a boring part of it, but anything else? What y'all got going on? What projects y'all got going on? Anything interesting? Any questions y'all have? I know I put a poll out there, and most people said they wanted to see a new hypervisor, but I think I'm gonna do that sometime next week or this week. But this came in and I really wanted to set it up, but I also wanted to stream it. So this is pretty much a super impromptu stream today, but that's okay. So War Totems, you said, what did you say? You were getting a a weird system lockup. So I guess it's just freezing. Is it on boot or is it when something specific happens? Other than the eMac that's stalled currently, not really a whole lot going on. Yeah, I got too much going on. I got this stupid, I don't know how many of you know the Raspberry Pi challenge I'm doing. I'm on day 2 of only using a Raspberry Pi as my daily driver for a week. And yeah, we're on day 2. Today I tried some office tasks like, you know, Microsoft Office style stuff, Excel, Word. I used Linux's version to see how that was. Surprisingly usable. I didn't think you would actually be able to take like, that's not supposed to happen. This is the worst design shit ever. I didn't think you'd actually be able to take like XLSX files or doc files and just open them in LibreOffice on Linux, but you can apparently, so it's super convenient. I'm eyeing a Mac Mini to make into a Steam Link / retro gaming / media center console for my living room. Which Mac Mini, the M1 or like an older Intel based one? The freaking M1 Mac Minis are so solid. I know everybody was wanting a new M1 Pro Mac Mini, and Apple didn't release it. I think they're going to release it relatively soon, though. But the M1 chip is fantastic. Woo, fantastic. I have it in my MacBook Air, and I love it. So, Steam Link. So, okay, so an old 2011 one. What do those run? Like 200 bucks on eBay, I'm guessing. Can't afford the new one, yeah. The new ones are really good for the price, but they're still expensive. I mean, I think they're like still $1,000 for a brand new one. And while it's for $1,000, you really get what you pay for. It's still, yeah, a lot of money. For sure. Yeah, these are the worst shits ever. Same. Diet alarm clock, same. Are you saying same? You have the M1 MacBook Air? I actually traded, it was a lateral move. I traded my MacBook Pro, my Intel one. It was an i5 8000 series, 16 gigs of RAM, 512 gigabyte SSD. I sold it on Craigslist for $900, and then I immediately turned around and went and bought an M1 MacBook Air from somebody on Craigslist the same day for $900. So a lateral move. I saw one at eBay for $150 with wireless keyboard and trackpad, so I'm hoping it sticks around long enough for me to buy it, and rather buy one that I can actually modify. Yeah, those older ones, you can at least upgrade the RAM and hard drive, right? I assume. I know that obviously you can't do it on the M1s. That is the downside about all the new M1 stuff and Apple's new silicon. You're no longer going to be able to upgrade stuff on them, but I'm honestly fine with that considering their performance. If the M1 chips sucked, then yeah, this would be a big issue, but the fact that the M1 chips are actually good makes me not care too much about upgrading. Yeah, not being able to upgrade the RAM down the line kind of sucks, but eh. Yeah, and I think the server models have two 2.5 inch drive bays, and they come with an i7. So the server quote ones come with an i7. They don't even come with Xeons, like older low power Xeon chips on them. You'd think they would. Dude, after doing all this shit better fit on here. I'm gonna be slightly annoyed. You won't like me when I'm slightly annoyed. What do you think happens to the Hulk when he just gets slightly annoyed? Instead of just like full on mad. Does he just like get slightly bigger? Food for thought. My issue isn't really with M1, it's more so that Apple continues to take modification and repairs away from the technician, which is especially relevant as I work in a school system. Yeah, they've had that complaint for a long time, but luckily this year they've at least said that they're making an effort to bring back right to repair or use right to repair on their systems. Whether they stick to that is another story, but we'll see. If they're actually offering parts to fix their stuff now, I would be impressed. 2 teacher models ago, it'd swap RAM HDD and add years to their lives. Yeah. That's how it usually goes in the desktop world. Especially if you're upgrading from a solid or a hard drive. So anybody that's tuning in right now and doesn't know what's going on, let me briefly fill you in. I bought an M40 Tesla graphics card, which has no fans and no heat pipes. So I put this little shroud on it to see if that would cool it, hoping it would. It did not. It's still thermal throttled. So I bought this AIO Universal VGA AIO thing off of Amazon. And now we are trying to hook that up. And I'm on the last chip, a little chiplet. And then I guess we just straight up don't have anything for the VRMs, but oh well, we'll see if it cools them. This current model we have to just send off for everything because of course we bought the USB-C model right before Apple gave us the ports back and they fixed the problem that they created. Yeah, everybody hated when, so especially, it was especially prevalent when they released the M1 line because before, with the Intels at least, between a Mac and a MacBook Pro, you could go with like i3s and a MacBook, and then maybe the MacBook Pros had i7s with a bunch more RAM. But now with the M1 line, the Mac or the MacBook Air and the MacBook Pro, I can't remember what they offered, but they were all the same shit. So it was kind of weird. But now with the MacBook Pro, putting all the ports back, different levels of M1, it kind of makes sense. Why do they build it without cooling? So it's meant to be, yes, a server GPU. It goes into a rack mounted system with fans blown from the back to the front, like really high, static pressure, really loud, lots of air going through, and it uses that to keep it cool. But in a desktop environment, you don't have that. So we are trying to fix that issue. So it looks like that's it. The next step is, so it sets to put these on the VRMs, but I mean, we can try. I don't know if this is... Yeah, screw it. Let's try it. Yeah, so, I mean, I wouldn't recommend this to many people, if anybody. I'm doing it because I'm interested in seeing how it'll work. Maybe now with the GPU shortage, but again, this is a server GPU and it doesn't even have a video output. So take that for what it is. Just put one on here. Yeah, running out of tape. Yeah, so if it works, cool. Then I'm in like $270. But I'm still hoping the other one I have coming in works, because this is an AIO. I don't really want to have an AIO in my server. I'd rather it all just be regular fans bringing in air or exhausting air, but whatever. Not the worst thing in the world. All right. So, next step. It says put the thermal paste on, put the water block on, then secure it with the tightening screws to the back of the PCB. Choose either the long or short screws accordingly. I thought there was a step where you had to adjust, like this part. Like I thought it went up and down. Maybe not. So let's see. Let's do like a dry fit. Let's see. What are the odds? This, I want to make sure it's making contact with the actual chip. It's such a weird. Well, that's not good. Hold on. So that would be right here. This looks like it's barely going to be in the way. Also, why would I need a long screw? What are you talking about? I mean, I can't tell. It looks like there needs to be some type of spacer or something. So when it's touching, maybe. I'm gonna do a dry fit with the screws just to see. We'll see. Let's see. Uh-oh. I already got one martyr. Okay. Hello, sir. I have I have now my X99 motherboard with the E5, 2630 V3, but only has 3 SATA ports and 1 NVMe. Is this fine for my Proxmox? And we'll plan to install TrueNAS in it. Yeah, I mean, oops. So 1 NVMe and 3 SATA ports. So I guess it depends on how many drives you want to put in there. You can always add SATA PCI cards if you want to add another SATA adapter. Those things give you like 8 more SATA ports if you want to use that. But yeah, I mean, it's just totally dependent on how many drives you want to have in your system. So, now drop this. Let's use this. And of course, that's the same one. No, a different one came off. These are the worst. These are not going to stay on. I'm going to hear them clanking around in my freaking server. Also, I don't know what's the best way to freaking do this. This is such an awkward position to try to screw these down. Okay. Depth perception, I can't tell. Damn it. Come on. Is that it? Did we get it? Oh, we got it. Okay. All right. 1. So I'm slightly concerned as to why there's different size ones. Shit. Um, don't know. So technically that should be it. Dry fit, it should be on. It looks like it's touching. So, well, I guess we try it. What could go wrong? Let me get some thermal paste. Where is it? My Noctool box. Oh. Ah. Let's take these off. Come on. There's a big old piece of copper. All right. Let's put some paste on. That's all of it? I guess that's all of it. Okay. Yeah. Now we try this again and hopefully get lucky again. Right there. Should have put this on first. Let's stick. Stick. Here. Come on. Oh no. Tell me one of these fell right when I got it. Fuck. Shoot. These 100% are not going to stay. Okay. One. Thanks, sir. By the way, the X99 have is only fast Ethernet, so I added a gigabit PCI that leaves me no room for SATA expansion since it only has one PCIe slot. I would try 3HD to be free for TrueNAS. So if you use your NVMe drive for Proxmox, or what hypervisor did you say you wanted to do? Yeah, so if you use your NVMe drive for Proxmox, and you can use the other three for TrueNAS, or you can do it however you want, but that's just how I do it. My NVMe drive is used for Proxmox, and then my motherboard SATA slots are for TrueNAS. But I use an HBA card, but similar concept. Where's this? Oh. All right. It's on. It's kind of it, right? And I just put the fans on. What else do I need to do? In order for you can unscrew the cover. Oh. Oh. Ah. This is fine. And then I think that's pretty much it. You put the fan cover on and then you're pretty much done. They don't even have instructions for that part. Mount fan to the radiator and radiator to the case panel using screws provided. All right. So this goes to this guy. I am going to do it like so. Actually, it's going to be like this. So I guess I'll do it from underneath. It's going to go in the case like this, or like this. So, I wish it's kind of annoying. So I have to twist it and put it up like this. That's dumb. Whatever. Okay, so fans go on this side. I hate dealing with AIOs. I'm glad I'm going to do a Win 11 fresh install. Go for it, man. It's working fine for me. Hang here for a bit before I do that. Hey, man, go do what you gotta do. I'll be fine. But yeah, Windows 11 worked pretty well for me. On the 2600K, I assume it's going to work out for you as well. I don't know why they give me two different size. They're the same size. Am I missing something? No, they're the same size. Oh. Wait, no? Yeah, I don't know what this is all about. It does come with RGB too, so. Is it full of coolant already? Can you switch the hoses? Yeah, it's full of coolant. No, you cannot switch the hoses. AIOs are meant to be kind of, like they say, all in one. They're not really meant to be modified or opened up or anything. So, but yeah, it's got the pump in here. It's got the radiator, comes with the fans. It fit on my graphics card, so that's a plus, of course. Okay, this is it. We've done it. Do we think it'll work though? I guess there's only one way to find out. So I have a lot of cables here. Let's see what we actually need. Let's move all this crap. So we have fan header. Need that. RGB, this is going on a server. I don't need this. RGB, don't need this. What's this? More RGB, don't need this. Then we have a fan header and a SATA plug. I guess the SATA is for the pump. And this fan header is for this fan on here. And that fan is for those on here. So I am going to, I wish this came with a splitter so I could just, whatever. I have a shit ton of fan headers on my server motherboard. So what I'm going to do, as quickly as possible, I'm going to try, actually let me put, I need this to go back on. I don't know if we're going to be able to get this back on. I wonder if this would have fit. I doubt it. So I don't think we're going to get this back on, but that's not an issue. Well, I guess it is because I have nothing to screw it down to now. Oh, okay, I see. Hold on. Take these off. I don't want to lose these little screws. So it's only going to have one screw holding this kind of front shroud on it, but I'm hoping that's okay. Should be a small one over here. I'm hoping, let's see. So this is going to plug in that way, which means we want it like, oh no. Did one of them come off? No. Okay, so it plugs in like this, so that means we want it. Dude, I hate working with AIOs. So that means we want this to mount like this. Oh shit, but I have nothing to... Uh-oh. I don't have a PCB. I guess... Technically, this could go back on, right? I guess so. I guess we're putting this back on. So this is going to suck. Undo this screw. No, there's nothing screwed into. I can't... This isn't going to work. Shit. Oh, damn. Okay. What did I miss? One thing, certain Proxmox, you can use USB gigabit Ethernet to use in a VM, for example, TrueNAS. Yeah, so you can do USB pass-through in Proxmox really simply. Super easy to do. Maybe that's what the long screws are for, to put between. Long screws are for the radiator, or the fans to mount to the radiator. Any kind of experience with team group SSDs? Are they good? Does the brand even matter for NVMe SSDs? Yeah, I would just do the research. There's been a lot of good channels that do research on which NVMe drives and which SSDs are better. The cheapest ones, you want to make sure there's a DRAM cache. Otherwise, your SSD is going to perform much, much slower. But yeah, it's just looking at the reviews, it'll be easy to tell which ones are better. When people get them and they plug them in and you get shit, you get shit kind of performance, people tend to leave bad reviews on them. But for the most part, good reviews. I would just read them and make sure that you're getting something decent. I hate working with AIOs too. Yeah, they're a pain in the ass. The whole mounting system for Arctic 280 was an absolute nightmare. It goes in between. Yeah, so there's no threads to screw it down to, because before it was screwing down to, what was it screwing down to? It had to be, oh, screw down to this. Yeah. I think we are out of luck there. Unless I wish this came off, but it doesn't. It doesn't look like it does. Either way, I think we'll be all right. I'm going to put it in there and see what kind of performance we get. This one tells you which ones have DRAM, all kinds of useful stuff. Did you put a link? I don't know if it lets you put links or not. Let me go. I'm gonna go throw this in my server really fast. I'm not even gonna mount this or anything. I'm just gonna put it in and see if it even works. So, BRB. Okay. So it's in. I don't like how it's sitting there without the this guy. There's nothing really holding it in, so it kind of yeah, I don't like it. I don't like how it's sitting there. So um we'll see. It's also making a terrible, the pump is not making the greatest noise in the world, but let's give it a go, shall we? So let's see, let's go into first of all, let me 22 is what I want. Yep. So I want to set the fan to full because I have the pump plugged into fan 3. So let's do that first. Let's go into fan settings, closed loop, no, open loop. Actually, no. Let's go to here, fan 3. Oh, it is at 100%. Okay, we're good. All right. Let's go in and make sure that oops. Let's check and see if it even is picked up by my system. I don't even know if it's plugged in all the way. Oh, shit. I don't see it. That's not good. Uh, so here's our 3070. But I don't see the M40. Let me switch it. Dude, Streamlabs is freaking laggy right now. So I don't see. Oh, wait, here it is. Okay. All right, it's in. So technically, if I start this one up, please start. Okay. That should load up my parsec so I can remote into it. It's not Win11. There it is. Tesla M40. All right. I wish I could send a picture of this thing. It inspired me to build my first home lab server. Nothing too fancy, just 7600K for home backup and Plex. Dude, that's awesome. If you want to join the Discord, it should be in the description of this stream. Feel free to hop in there and you can share and talk about all types of home server stuff. We got quite a few people on there that are pretty active. Yeah, 7600K. That's i5, right? i5, 4 cores, 8 threads, maybe? Oh man, come on. Okay, this is the M40. Let's see what our temps are. This always takes a hot second to load. Oh, 4 cores, 4 threads. Oh, it's not hyper-threaded. That's all right. If you're just running it for backups and Plex, that's perfectly fine. Especially, I don't know if you have a GPU in there or not, but yeah. But I got it on cheap, so why not? Yeah. I mean, it's got integrated graphics on those Intel chips. If you're not running a crap ton of Plex transcodes, then it's perfectly fine. All right, GPU utilization 32 right now. Okay. What about if we run Furmark? I thought I downloaded Furmark. All right, moment of truth. What will the temperatures do? So let me preface this by saying none of the fans are running yet because I don't have access to all the fan headers. So this is a worst case scenario with this thing. $39. Holy shit, is it gonna work? 40. 41. So when I did this with this guy, it went up to 60, 70 degrees instantly and then slowly climbed until it was at 88 on the die and then 100 degrees on its hotspot. So far, this is looking promising. Let me make sure I don't have any undervolting or anything applied. Oh, I do. Hold on. Let me take all this off. All right, now we're giving it all the juice. 47, 48, 48.4. This is with no fans running through a radiator. 49, 50, but it's slowly climbing, which is fine. I mean, anything under like 70, I'm good with. Yeah, I dropped my 1066 gigabyte that I kept for diagnostic in there, waiting on my LSI card and 4 more drives. Set the RAID Z on TrueNAS. Yeah, that's going to be a dope little setup. A 7600K with all that going on. How much RAM do you have in there? Yeah, me too. Inspired also on the video contents you do, sir. So that's a reason for me buying some ECC ready compatible hardware in a small budget like mine. Yeah, dude, you can. I'm a big ambassador of making use of cheaper hardware. Not everybody has access to, can buy an Epic or a really expensive Xeon to mess around with. It's not feasible for a lot of people, especially when you're just getting into it. You don't want to freaking drop hundreds or thousands of dollars on something. So it's cool that you can use older hardware, even existing hardware that you have, to mess around with. And then, if you outgrow that and you want to upgrade, you can. But yeah, I mean, doing it on a Raspberry Pi is perfectly fine too. I even have a video of doing a home server on a Raspberry Pi. So looks like we're up to 62, still climbing. Hopefully it tapers off. But we haven't throttled, which is a good thing. but it's, I want it to stop climbing. 65.3, 5.5. Stop climbing. Uh, I need to get those fans working. Come on. 68. Only 16 gigs, DDR4 2400. Keep my eye for another cheap 16. Got hooked with the aid of your video with an old HP crap. What is that? Crapmatic. I couldn't use the 1600 in there, so, or 1060 in there, so I wanted to hunt for some cheap gear. Yeah, that's the way to go. For sure. Let me go see if I can get those fans. I gotta get those fans. Let me plug them in real quick. Freaking, the fans don't reach. I need a fan header or extender really quick. Yeah, I know. I was just hoping with the airflow we could see some kind of something, but yeah, I figured I'd have to mess with it. Okay, maybe this will work. No, it's a 3-pin. Shit. Come on. All right, let's see if we can make this work. Whew. You should feel the air coming out of that radiator now. Oh my God. That is spicy. And immediately our temperatures are coming down. God, that radiator was hot. Okay, with the fans rolling. Oh yeah, we're coming down good now. What did I miss? What did I miss? Well, they can, yeah. No, they don't work. You need airflow or else the heat has nowhere to go. I was hoping, because I have it kind of sitting next to the case, I was hoping some airflow would go through it, but it didn't. But now that the fans are actually on, you can tell, man, we are we are good. Let's see. And I run my server on a Core 2 Duo from the mid 2000s. I feel like, so it's almost like more impressive the older your hardware is in your server. It's more like a flex. Like, hey, I took a super old Core 2 Duo and I'm using it as a home server. Anyways, finally got a 3070, found an open box at Micro Center for $750. So less than I paid for mine, for sure. Yeah, radiators definitely have to have air through them, for sure. As you can tell, when I turn the fans on, much better. So, damn. All right, so I'm gonna stop it here, and we're gonna run Time Spy, because before I couldn't get um, a fair test result because they would just throttle. Let's run 3D Mark, see what we get. Well, as long as it runs right, as long as it runs right, the Force 4790 I had in the HP was doing more than fine. The issue was the motherboard. Yeah, that's usually the case with your OEM generic builds. The motherboards are terrible. 30 watts the PCI slot gives. So yeah, the power design on all those OEMs are usually terrible. Yeah, with the fan, look at that. Yeah. Is it running as primary GPU for that system? Yes, it is. So it's running, so the way it's configured is the GPU is passed through to it. It's running um, a virtualized monitor, and then Parsec is using that virtual monitor to stream off of, because the M40 doesn't even have video out. It doesn't have video out plugs, which means it doesn't even register as having a monitor. So you can't really get 3D acceleration and anything through this without a monitor. So Parsec has to see at least a monitor. So we're simulating a monitor and then using that. It always takes longer for like hardware info and for this to collect system info when you're virtualizing stuff, and especially with this M40. All right, now we get to run Time Spy. I really want to figure out a solution to get this mounted. If I had like a small bolt or something that I could just screw this into, that would be hella convenient. because I hate that it would at least offer some type of connection to the case. Because right now it's just kind of sitting in there. I don't like it. So if you opened a game or something, it would render from the Tesla. Yeah. So this is rendering from the Tesla right now. And it might have crashed. Something happened. Yep. An error occurred. Okay. I've seen that happen once. And I just restarted it and it worked. So I don't know what's going on. Try again. Your network seems slow. No, it doesn't. Uh-oh. I bet this graphics card came out of the socket. If I had to guess. Oops. Yeah, I think that's what happened. Let me check. Use a drill to make a new mount. Well, it's not really, I have holes to mount it. I just don't have a bolt to screw the actual screw into. So if I had a little bolt to hold it in, that would be convenient, but I don't. I might could find one somewhere. I might have one laying around from something else, maybe, that I could use. Let me see what's going on. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it came out of the socket. I put a support in there, aka a sock. Oh, what did I say? A bolt? Yeah, nut. Sorry. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to hard reset this. I don't know. It's alive. Maybe it's still alive. Let's check. Did it reboot? I guess it rebooted. Oh wait, this isn't even. Wait, is this the Tesla? Did I click the wrong one? No, this is the Tesla, right? So I have a sock holding it up. There's a sock sitting on my 3070 that's supporting the M40 right above it. It's really, I want to get these tests run so I can actually figure out a solution to mount it. All right, let's try again. Now that it's a little bit more secured. Drilling a Dremel off. Yeah. I don't really want to take a Dremel to it yet. I'm pretty sure I have like a, I don't know if I have a nut that small. I'll have to check. Hopefully 3D Mark runs this time. I'm really curious to see what an actual score from this M40 is. No. Power limit 100%. Okay. On Discord, should I post my pictures to general or hey, whatever, man? You can go to Home Lab, post them there. Got my Raspberry Pi going over here. All right, is it gonna load this time? Okay, we're loading. It's a good sign. That's a good sign. What did Ward? He posted his errors in here. All right, 3D Mark is underway. Now we wait and see what kind of results we get. Yeah, it's hard to tell by looking at it. I never know. I wish I had, or I had my GeForce experience. I don't think you can get it with Tesla stuff to show like the FPS and everything on the overlay, but I don't have anything running right now. Where's my mouse? I guess it's stuck here. All right. This is my life now. Let's see, who joined? Unholy Cookie and Solo XJP. Or either of the, or which ones are you guys if you join the Discord? I always get people's names mixed up when they're commenting or in the streams on YouTube or commenting on YouTube, and then they join the Discord and they have a completely different name. I get everything all mixed up. Okay, there we go. Now it's showing. That doesn't really help. I want to see temperatures and stuff. With caution, run it, yeah. So far, so good, it seems. Graphics test 2. I feel like this is hung up or something. Why can't I freaking click anything? I guess I'll just let it run. Oh God, it's me. All right, come on. No thermal throttling. So before, when it was running this, it was running at about like 20, and then it would dip down to like 6, and then back up to like 20 for a second, and then down to 6. CPU test, I don't care about. Wish, maybe I do, hold on, maybe I do have a, no. Damn it. Okay. 4,820. 4,820. We only got up to 42 degrees, so that's good. 4,820 graphics score. How does that even... I want to see how that compares to like a, what's the average score of like a 1080 Ti or something? I don't want the total, I just want the graphics score. Show me the overall, wait, what? I want to see the, this does not give like an overall score. I don't care about that. I just want to see. Pair result online. So it's about 4,726. Okay, what was his graphics score? 9,400. And this is 4,800. So it's like half of a 1080. So this is like on par with, I don't even know, like a 1060 or something. Or maybe this, I'm gonna have to run some more tests to see. Smells like a 1060 gets you. Oops. What do we get from a 1060? You had a graphics score 4,631. We had 4,820. So it's basically like, according to this, a slightly better 1060 with 12 gigs of RAM, which I don't see how that's, I thought it was going to be better, to be honest, but can't really argue with results. I don't know if I have any games actually installed. I have The Witcher. Let's try The Witcher, see what kind of FPS we get. I wish I had, well, we'll find out. Let's go. Let's go Ultra. Ultra 1080p. Screw it. Let's do it. Shit. I can't alt tab in here. 1080p Ultra. We're locked at 60, so we can't go any higher than 60. We're sitting at about 57, 58. It's not on 60. 60 FPS, 1080p Ultra on The Witcher. This doesn't, is this really? Let me make sure all the settings are correct. Yeah, it's on Ultra. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty maxed out. How can I see? Man, let me freaking... Can't Alt-Tab, man. That's annoying. So I want to see... I want to adjust these settings here. How do I... How do I pick what it shows on the screen? I can't remember how to do that. Where do I do that? It's only showing like 3 things. How? How do I do this? I gotta be missing something. Am I dumb? I gotta be missing something here. I gotta be missing something here. I don't have all this. Oh, MSI Afterburner properties? I thought it was in... Oh. So it doesn't even show all this shit. Oh, in OSD, frame rate in OSD, I want GPU temperature. I want GPU clock. Where's that? GPU on core clock. Showing OSD, and I want CPU usage. I want CPU. Okay, CPU clock. There we go. Oh no. Okay. Now let's run The Witcher again. Wait, did I? Hold on. No, looks like it's still running. Huh. There we go. My CPU is running at -1 megahertz. Tight. I don't think that's the right GPU clock. 1114, that doesn't seem right. Oh, I guess it is. And we can't, oh, we can overclock it. Can only overclock it by that much. It's not very fast at all. Yeah, it looks like it's right, but yeah, the overclock took. I mean, I guess that's it. Yeah, now we're on a 1200. So we got like a 10% overclock, I guess, ish. 9%. So and now we're running over 60, which it shouldn't be because parsec should be capped at 60, but I guess not. So this is 1080p Ultra. Where's my horse? There you are. So yeah, we are gaming on a M40. We're at 39 degrees, so that's reasonable. I don't like playing this without a controller. It's weird. Ah! Oh my god, chill. Yeah, we're just in at 41 degrees. It's still climbing, but I mean, as long as, yeah, 40 degrees, 41 degrees, 50 FPS, not bad. So now you're gaming on, damn. So that's the server doing it. Yeah, so this is running on my server, and I'm remoted into it using Parsec. So the Raspberry Pi is over here. I'm not doing this on the Raspberry Pi. I tried to get Parsec running on the Pi, but they don't have a native app for the Raspberry Pi 4. They have one for the Raspberry Pi 3 because it's different architecture. I think it's 32-bit, while the 4-bit, or while the Raspberry Pi 4 is 64-bit processor. So they don't have a dedicated app for it. So I tried doing the web app for Parsec on the Raspberry Pi, and it doesn't work very well. But this, yeah, this is just running on a regular computer, the one I'm streaming from, and it's just running the game on the server using the M40, and then I'm just kind of translating the video back and forth in the inputs. So yeah, gaming on an M40 with no what was I gonna say? No thermal throttling. What are we at now? 43 degrees. I don't even know how to do all my freaking... How do I even... Oh, fudge. There, we did it. Raid boss down. So yeah, that 43 degrees, I will take it for sure. It's working. That's pretty sweet. So I think I'm going to call it there. I got it set up and working. I still have to get it hooked up on my server, but I can't really show that to you guys because I obviously don't have a camera over there, so that would be pointless to do on stream. So I think I'm going to call it there. I am surprised that actually worked. I'm actually super pumped that it did. So now I have an M40 that's actually cooled. So I do plan on doing a video on it. I just want to get it more polished first. I want to get this hooked back on there so that I can actually mount it in my computer without a sock. But that's it. I appreciate anybody who joined. If you're still in here, I appreciate it. If you've already left, then hopefully you come back and know that I appreciate you coming in here. If you haven't joined the Discord, feel free to join. Link is down in the description below. On it mostly all the time. It's awesome to see people join and ask questions and talk about all the cool stuff they're working on. I really, really enjoy it. I'm a huge nerd. So that's it. Thank you guys for coming. Master Cheap, Matthew Travis, Luis, who else was in here? Totem was in here. Jose joined for a while. John Vincent Gonzalez, thank you. Totem, I called you out. Who else? Did I miss anybody? Died Alarm Clock. Nick, I know you had to go to bed, but I appreciate you stopping by. So everybody, thank you so much. I'm going to end it here. I will be streaming sometime later this week, doing probably some type of hypervisor stuff. Maybe I'll be overclocking the 12600K. I don't know yet, but we will see. But that is it. Appreciate you guys stopping by. Join Discord if you haven't. I will see you guys next time. Peace.